What's up, broskies? Elementface here, and I'm bringing you some Black Ops footage. I bought my capture card yesterday, and I got overnight shipping on it. So I gave it a workout today. I looked for a good clip, and here's one. I don't get a really high kill-death ratio, mainly because I don't have a Huey as a kill streak on this one. But I get a lot of kills. This one's just really action-packed, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of action. I think I end up with a KD of about 2 in this one. But anyway, so while you guys watch this video, I'm going to talk about Black Ops, more Black Ops. In any case, what I want to talk about is the imbalance of power concerning weapons. I get wasted there. Anyway, there's a real imbalance of power in terms of the weapon classes. By weapon classes, I mean the submachine guns, the light machine guns, the machine guns, the sniper rifles, and the shotguns. The big issue is there are 2 classes in particular where there's almost no disadvantage to using that weapon, and that's the submachine gun and the assault rifle or the machine gun. Sure, there's recoil. Sure, some of them burn through ammo really quick, but you only need 1 attachment or 1 perk to overcome that issue. While with something like a light machine gun, most of them you pretty much need a red dot sight or a grip. In the case of the M60, you pretty much have to have lightweight on, and you pretty much have to have sleight of hand on. So that's, you know, 3 slots of your class makeup that you have to waste just so you can use this weapon. The sniper rifle, you know, unless you're using the LA, it's useless. You know, there's no point in using a sniper rifle. You know, some people can say, you know, you can just throw on an ACOG sight and it's, you know, acceptable, but if you're gonna use an ACOG sight, then just use like the FN FAL or the M4, I think is what it is, the M4. They have less recoil, and I know the FN FAL, if you get torso shots, you can kill in 3 shots, while most sniper rifles, you know, sometimes you'll get 1-hit kills, but usually you need at least 2 shots. And sniper rifles, you got this enormous amount of recoil, even with WA-2000. And then going on to shotguns, again, shotguns are a little less extreme in the case of like the light machine guns or the sniper rifles, but they're still at a disadvantage when you compare them to assault rifles and submachine guns. With shotguns, there is the lack of range, but you get that with shotguns off the bat. But the other issue is when you clip somebody with the buck. You know, when you shoot a shotgun, it does a spread fire effect. It shoots bucks. The issue with the shotgun is if you clip somebody, it really doesn't do a significant amount of damage. It's like, you know, here's the hit zone, considering, you know, the buck, and you know, there's a kill zone which is about this big, and then there's a significant damage zone, which is just a little bit bigger. Then you have this really big white space where you have to hit him at least 2 more times, and that's okay if you're using the Spaz or the HS-10. But if you're using the Olympia or the what is it? The Striker, yeah, the Striker. You know, you're pretty much fucked. I mean, the Olympia, you can get over it, but you know, besides that, there's an issue. And the other issue is range. Now, some of you might argue that, you know, shotgun, you're not supposed to have a lot of range. Well, the way the previous games overcame that, especially Modern Warfare, is you could equip a decent sidearm. In Black Ops, you have handguns, you have launchers, and you have specials. The specials, not very useful to a shotgun class. The handguns are pretty much a medium to short range weapon, and launchers suck balls. Besides the Thumper, or it's not the Thumper, it's the China Lake, whatever it's called, the China Lake, and you don't get the China Lake till level 48. So the real issue with shotguns is you can't get a good sidearm unless you know, pick something up. And when you pick up something else anyway, you end up using that. And what you usually pick up is an assault rifle. And as soon as you pick that assault rifle up, me personally, I end up just using that assault rifle through the whole match. So that's a big issue. The other issue with it is that you don't really have to weigh pros and cons when choosing a weapon in a class other than the shotgun class. In the assault rifle class, you pretty much have a choice between semi-automatic and automatic weapons, and the only real consideration you give is recoil. A lot of people gravitate towards the AK-47 or the FAMAS because they have low recoil, while the Ironfield and the Commando, they have a bit more power, but they also have a recoil associated with them, but you don't really notice that. And the same thing in the submachine guns, the really only thing you're concerned with is clip size in submachine guns. They all have about the same recoil. The AK-74U has a bit more recoil than the others, but other than that, they all have about the same recoil, the same range. They all have the same attachments. Some of them have dual mag, while other ones have dual wield. But you don't really have to weigh the pros and cons. The only weapon class where you really have to weigh pros and cons between every single weapon is the shotgun class. And I think the whole Black Ops weapon setup should be modeled after the shotgun class, because it seems like they just pumped way too many machine guns and way too many submachine guns into the game. You know, everybody was saying Black Ops is going to be a machine gun and a submachine gun dominated game, and they're right, it is. While Modern Warfare was more of a shotgun, sniper rifle, and assault rifle dominated game. But this game is dominated by machine guns and submachine guns, and there's so many of them that you don't have to weigh pros and cons. You have so many choices with so few variations between the weapons. While in the shotgun class, the Olympia, you've got really high rate of fire, you have high damage, you have a high buck spread, but you sacrifice clip size and reload time. And the Striker, it's got a high clip size, or moderately high clip size, it's got moderate range, it's got moderate buck spread and damage, but you have to pump it after every fire. It has, or I take that back, not moderate damage, it has really high damage. It's a lot easier to get one-hit kills with a Striker than with the other machine guns. Then you've got the SPAS 12. You can throw a silencer on it, and it's a semi-automatic, and it has a very high clip size. But you sacrifice range, especially if you throw on the silencer, and you know, just damage overall is really low, along with the buck spread. And then you have the HS, which is fully semi-automatic. It has a much higher rate of fire than the SPAS, but lower than the Olympia. But you can dual wield, which, you know, you sacrifice a lot of accuracy. You have a really wide hit radius, but you have a lot of firepower if you can get people in close. And all of them are good weapons. In the submachine gun category, you have a lot of useless weapons. So, you know, that's my thoughts on the weapons. The really big thing is that there needs to be a wide variation, and the more important aspect of it is that there needs to be fewer weapons. And if there are a lot of weapons, there needs to be more room for differentiation between the weapons. So I hope future developers take this into consideration, make it so that players have to actively weigh the pros and cons of using a certain weapon. Be sure to check me out on Facebook. Be sure to check out my MinecraftForum.net thread. If you want to be featured in a video, just let me know. All you need is a Skype account. So, I'll see you later, broskies.